Hey all, and welcome back to the Car Secrets channel. Today we're going to look into a Lexus Technical Service Bulletin number 0023-18. And what this bulletin addresses is a condition that some Lexus RX450h hybrid models develop, where during operating the vehicle at high altitudes, so you're driving through a mountain pass and high temperature conditions, it may set a check engine light and have a diagnostic trouble code that says poor engine power right here, P3190. So this issue affects 2016 to 2018 RX450Hs, and at one point it was remedied. So the remedy is reprogramming of the engine control unit, ECM, or also called the PCM, powertrain control module. So the update was done in production, and this production change information here talks about it. So let's say if your vehicle is a 2016 or 2017, then for sure it was manufactured before the remedy was implemented. If it's a 2018, you need to look at the production change effective bin to see if your vehicle already had the countermeasure implemented at factory or not. So look at your VIN number first of all, see if it starts with JTJ or 2T2. The 2T2 are the Canadian made ones, the JTJ are the Japanese ones. So let's say you have a RX450h made in Canada, and look at the beginning of your VIN. If it's a 2T2 BGM or T22 ZFM, and then look at the last six of the serial number. So if yours is numerically lower, then that means the countermeasure has not been implemented in your vehicle. If yours is numerically higher, so let's say it's 33,992, that means it's already been remedied in production, and this technical service bulletin does not apply to your vehicle. So let's take a look at the warranty information. Because this is a service bulletin and not a recall, Lexus won't just do this repair on every single vehicle. Your vehicle has to be within the warranty parameters, and it has to be exhibiting this condition. So the op code here is just what the technician submits to Lexus for warranty claim. The description of the job is reprogram the engine control module, and the time that it pays is zero point 0.4 hours. If you were to bring this vehicle to the dealership outside of warranty for this repair, they would likely charge you more than this because warranty time is generally quite low. And the coverage for this one is under the emissions warranty, which is nice. So it's a longer warranty than the bumper to bumper. It is effective for 8 years or 80,000 miles, whichever comes first, from the in-service date. So the date of the delivery to the first customer, not the date that the vehicle was manufactured. The parts information talks about the previous and new ECM part number. The ECM does not get replaced as part of the repair procedure, so we don't need to really worry about it. It's just if you need a new ECM one day, it's very, very rare. This new one right here would already have the updated calibration written into it. Let's take a look at the tools and equipment. So a tech stream is just a fancy scan tool that the dealership uses to perform these updates. And this GR8 battery diag station, it's just a battery charger. So essentially when you're doing the ECM update, the battery voltage has to be maintained over 13.5 volts. Otherwise the ECM may get bricked or crash, and you won't be able to recover it. So it's important to always have a power supply while you're doing this job. Here's the calibration information. So it talks about the previous calibration, the old one, and the updated one. Based on the number that's in the ECM right now, the technician will need to select the correct calibration update. And also, this is a way to check for them if this update has already been performed. If the calibration is this or numerically higher, that means that this service bulletin is not applicable. All right, let's take a look at the repair procedure. So first of all, when the vehicle comes in, the tech will hook it up to the scan tool and see if the poor engine power diagnostic trouble code is stored. If yes, they will continue to the next step. they will need to look in the freeze frame data, which is essentially a snapshot of the engine parameters taken when the fault code is set. So they want to check if the low fuel pressure is below 1875 millimeters of mercury. And there's going to be like a row of data in a freeze frame, and it's going to tell you the fuel pressure before the code was set. So, like -3, -2, -1 time units before it happened, and while the code was set and after the code was set. So, this number here is less than 1875. So continue to step 3. If not, this bulletin does not apply. They're going to ask you, did this happen while you were driving at a high altitude or high temperature? If yes, continue to the next step. And then this one is funny. Is the fuel tank empty? Well, yeah, if it was empty, the bulletin does not apply. That means you ran out of fuel. And that's why this code was set. But if the tank was not empty, they will continue to step 5 to actually repairing this situation. So, well, I guess they will take a look also for a sticker, but a lot of times the dealership doesn't put the sticker on to tell that this update's already been performed. What I would do instead is check for the actual current calibration with a scan tool and see what it is. So let's say there is no sticker. We will proceed to the next step and reprogram the ECM with a new calibration. After they do the reprogramming, while maintaining the battery voltage at 13.5 volts, they will stick a new sticker on the hood. Again, a lot of times they don't do this because in some cases the vehicle's whole hood will be covered in stickers. And then perform a health check. So just scan for any fault codes and make sure the calibration ID was updated properly. And after that, warm it up, take it for a drive, and that's it. The issue is solved. So I hope that you found the information in this video helpful, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.